Hello and welcome back to the Pocket Yogi. In today's 20-minute session, we are going to focus on all yoga poses that gently stretch our muscles and help improve our flexibility. Begin in an extended child's pose with your knees spread out wide, your big toes touching, your arms outstretched, and your hips resting on your heels. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, and a deep breath out through your mouth. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Relaxing your body and your hips on your heels as you breathe out. Your forehead rests on the mat. Your eyes are closed, or you're maintaining a soft gaze as you focus on the present moment and focusing on your breath. Extending your arms out actively, elongating your back. Inhale, raising your right arm up and threading it under to your left. Keeping your right cheek on the mat and your left arm extended out. Back to the child's pose, reaching your left arm up, threading it under to your right. Back to the child's pose, a nice extended stretch, tucking your toes, raising your hips up high into your first downward dog of the day. Come onto your tiptoes and place your heels on the back to gently stretch out those hamstrings. Bend your knees, press through your palms, or pedal your feet from side to side. Inhale, raise your right leg and place it at the top of the mat in a low lunge. Your hands are resting on your right thigh. Just adding some dynamic movements to open up those hips. You can keep your hands on your thighs or on your waist, lowering your hips down with every exhalation. You can place your left palm on the mat, shift your right heel slightly to the right, and rest both the palms on your mat for a lizard pose. Or if not, stay comfortable in the low lunge. Moving from side to side, maybe pressing your right knee away from you, resting on your outer right heel. Fingertips on the mat. Exhale, shifting your hips back, straightening out the right leg into a half split. Trying to keep a flat back here, you might be feeling a little stretch on your right hamstrings, and that's absolutely okay. Inhale, shifting forward, lowering your hips down into a low lunge. Exhale, shifting back into a half split. Let's do 4 more of these. Make sure you're keeping your right foot flexed in the half split. In your last round of the half split, taking a deep breath in, flat back. As you breathe out, gently fold forward. You might be noticing a stretch running down from your hamstrings all the way to your shins. Inhale, shifting forward into a low lunge, palms on the mat, tucking your left toe back to the down dog. Coming onto your tiptoes to stretch your hamstrings. Now switching sides for a low lunge on the left. I usually find that I'm a little stiffer on the left side than on the right, and you might face that too. While that's normal, just make sure that you're spending a lot more time on your stiff side than onto your dominant side. Lower your hips down with that stretch. Right fingertip on the mat, pressing your left heel and your left knee away from you. Moving from side to side, incorporating some dynamic movement. A lizard pose on the left with your palms firmly on the mat and your left heel slightly away. Exhale, shifting back into a half split. Inhale into a low lunge. 5 rounds of these. Make sure you're keeping your left foot flexed for a deeper stretch to your hamstrings and your shins. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, shifting forward into a low lunge. Exhale, tucking your toes back to the down dog. Taking a moment and a few breaths here to just shrug your legs out. Maybe come onto your toes, flipping your foot, bending one knee at a time. Inhale, step your left foot forward and rise up facing to the side of the mat. Keeping your feet wide, both your toes pointing to the side of the mat, heels in the same line, arms on your waist, a deep breath in, maintaining a neutral pelvis and an elongated back. As you breathe out, folding forward. You can keep your palms on the waist or place them on the mat for more support. Trying to maintain a flat back here and just hang your head heavy. Deep breath in as you slowly come out of the pose. Now turn to the back of the mat for a pyramid pose on the right. Both your toes are pointing to the back of the mat, maintaining a neutral pelvis. Taking a deep breath in, palms by your waist. As you breathe out, slowly fold forward. You can also keep your hands behind you, holding on to your opposite elbows. And don't force yourself to go all the way down. The idea here is to maintain a flat back. You can also keep your fingertips on the mat for added support. Inhale, rising up, back to standing. Switching sides for a pyramid pose to the left. Holding on to the opposite elbows behind you, taking a deep breath in. Breathing out, fold forward. Inhale, coming back up, back to standing. Now spread your stance a little wider. Turn your right foot out so your right toes are pointing to the side of the mat and your left toes are pointing to the top of the mat. Preparing for a Trikonasana, the triangle pose on the left. Inhale, extend your arms to the side. Exhale, reaching out with your left arm, slowly lowering your torso to the left, keeping both your hands in the straight line, your right palm pointing up. Keeping an open chest and gazing at the top of your right arm. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, arms by your side. Now shifting your right foot to the back of the mat for a Trikonasana on the right. Inhale, extending your arms out to the sides. Exhale, reaching out with your right arm and lowering down to the right. Inhale, come back up slowly and release. Ending our standing poses with another round of extended forward fold. Heels are in the same line, both your toes pointing to the side of the mat. Taking a deep breath in, palms by your side. Deep breath out, fold forward. Inhale, rising up slowly. Exhale, do a heel toe dance to come back to Tadasana. Taking a moment to connect back with your breath. And when you're ready, lower down on the mat in a seated position for a Lord of the Fishes pose on the right. So, bending your left knee, your right foot is placed on the outside of your left thigh, hugging your right knee to maintain a proper posture and elongate your back. Breathing in, reaching up with your arms. Exhale, hooking your left elbow on the outside of your right knee, placing your right hand behind you and looking over your right shoulder. Opening up your chest and adding a further twist with every exhalation. Inhale, release, come back to the center, switching sides to do the same on the left. Inhale, release, and lower down with your back on the mat. Send your left leg out. As you bend your right leg, hold on to your ankle, bringing it closer to your chest. Moving your right foot a little side to side. You can also hover your left foot a few inches off the mat, or if not, keep it placed on the mat. Trying an opposing movement as you push away your right knee and grab your right ankle. Straightening your right leg out and bending your left knee to hold on to your left ankle. This is exactly like a pigeon pose, but on your back. Now, as you release, bend your right foot, bring the soles of your feet together, and grabbing your foot from the outside, extending your knees out to the sides for a butterfly pose. Trying to pull your feet closer to your belly and at the same time Push your knees away from you. Few breaths here as you keep your gaze soft, or maybe close your eyes to get comfortable in this pose. Exhale, release, extend your legs out, arms by your side in Shavasana. And that's the end of a flexibility session. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video.